Part 1. The Catalyst. In the year 2457, humanity had ventured far beyond its homeworld, scattered among the stars like seeds in the cosmic wind. The interstellar axis, a coalition of human and alien factions, governed the known universe under a fragile peace. Amidst this grand tapestry of planets and civilizations lay Tiberian, a marginal planet on the outskirts of a minor solar system. To most, it was unremarkable, a world of dirt and storms. But to Captain Leora Voss, Tiberian was the start of an unexpected journey. Leora stood on the bridge of the starship Nereid, her eyes tracing the endless expanse of space through the translucent viewport. The hum of the ship's engines sang a familiar lullaby, a comforting sound in the sea of silence that was deep space. She had spent years chasing echoes from the past, leading her crew through the debris fields of forgotten skirmishes, salvaging the secrets left behind by civilizations long since turned to dust. Her first officer, a wiry man named Carl, interrupted her thoughts. "Captain, we're receiving a distress signal. Origin, Tiberian." Leora furrowed her brow. "Isn't that an uninhabited planet?" "Officially, yes," Carl replied, his voice tinged with curiosity. "But the signal's strong, and it's broadcasting a military code. Old Axis frequency." Her interest piqued. Leora leaned forward, put it on. The bridge fell silent as the static-laced transmission crackled through the speakers. It was a voice, faint yet urgent. "This is Dr. Ilara Boone. To any ship in the vicinity, I require immediate assistance. I've discovered something. They're coming. Please." The message repeated before cutting off abruptly, leaving the crew in a charged silence. Leora's mind raced. The name Ilara Boone was familiar, a prodigious scientist involved in forbidden research before her supposed death. The Axis had shut her work down, citing dangers to universal stability. Yet here she was, alive and pleading for help on Tiberian of all places. "Set a course," Leora ordered, "and prepare for the worst." As the Nereid hurtled through hyperspace, Leora convened a meeting. Her crew, Carl, the stout engineer Jax, and Tally, an adept pilot from the water world of Selenia, gathered around the central holo display. "We're dealing with unknown variables," Leora began. "Dr. Boone's presence on Tiberian is suspicious, and her reference to something she discovered concerns me." "Could be a trap," Jax grunted, scratching his stubbled chin. "Or worse, that something could be a weapon." "The Axis wouldn't have ignored her work without reason," Tally added, her sharp green eyes reflecting the swirling map of Tiberian. "We need to be cautious." "Agreed," Leora said. "Once we land, we'll assess the situation and decide our next move. Keep comms open and weapons ready." Hours later, the Nereid emerged from hyperspace, descending through Tiberian's turbulent atmosphere. The planet was a cauldron of swirling winds and lightning storms, the air thick with an electric charge. The ship's landing gear touched down on the rocky surface with a jarring thud. They disembarked swiftly, navigating the barren landscape with their gear. The air was acrid, carrying the scent of burnt ozone, as if the world itself was a wound in the universe. As they approached the signal's origin, a weather-beaten outpost rose from the dust, its architecture distinctly human, yet scarred by time and nature. Inside, they found Dr. Ilara Boone. She was gaunt, her eyes wide and haunted, but her intellect sparkled beneath the weariness. She clasped Leora's hand, her grip surprisingly strong. "Thank the stars," Ilara breathed, her voice a mix of relief and urgency. "We must act quickly. What I discovered here, it's beyond anything we imagined." "What is it?" Leora asked, scanning the room filled with tech that hummed with untapped potential. Ilara gestured to a central console displaying a hologram, a swirling mass of shifting lights and patterns. It's a fragment of a singularity engine, a key to harnessing energy beyond our comprehension. But it's unstable. If it falls into the wrong hands... A sudden rumble shook the outpost, as unseen forces converged like vultures drawn to fresh prey. Leora's communicator crackled to life with Carl's urgent voice. "Captain, we've got company. Unidentified ships just entered orbit." "Axis?" Leora asked. "Negative. These ships are unknown. They've initiated a blockade." Ilara's face paled. "It's them, the Terminus Syndicate. They've been after my research for years." Leora's heart pounded. The Syndicate was a shadowy conglomerate of mercenaries and rogue scientists. Their reach feared even by the Axis. If they gained control of the Singularity engine, chaos would ripple across the galaxy. "We need to move," Leora declared. Rallying her crew, "Jax, can you disable this thing?" Jax examined the console, his fingers dancing over controls. "I'll do my best, but it won't be easy. This tech, it's ancient, alien." Ilara nodded. It was part of an advanced network, but the crash here disrupted it. That's why the planet seems lifeless. It's in a state of entropy. As Jax worked, Leora formulated a plan. "Carl, Tally, get back to the ship. Prep for immediate departure. We make for the asteroid belt. Lose them in the debris. Dr. Boone, you're coming with us." "No," Ilara insisted. "I need to destroy this place. Ensure the Syndicate never gets their hands on it." Leora hesitated. "That's a suicide mission." "It's the only way," Ilara said, her voice calm with resignation. "This technology is not meant for our era. Please, Captain, promise me you'll see this through." Leora met her gaze, seeing the determination there. "You have my word." With a nod, Ilara handed Leora a data crystal. "This contains everything. Use it wisely. Now go." The crew raced back to the Nereid, the Syndicate's presence palpable in the charged air. As the engines roared to life, they watched through the viewport as Ilara initiated the self-destruct sequence. A bright flare of light consumed the outpost, leaving nothing but a crater in its wake. In the depths of space, the Nereid weaved through the asteroid field, the Syndicate ships in pursuit. Leora's mind was a storm of thoughts. The Singularity engine, the Syndicate, Ilara's sacrifice. They were now embroiled in something far greater than a simple rescue mission. Suddenly, a new signal pinged on the radar. An Axis patrol fleet, drawn by the disturbance. Leora seized the chance, broadcasting a distress signal, hoping to turn the tide. As the Axis fleet engaged the Syndicate, the Nereid slipped into the shadows, vanishing among the stars. Safe for now, Leora allowed herself a moment of reflection. In her hands, she held the data crystal, a key to power unimaginable. She had promised Ilara she'd use it wisely, but what that meant was still unclear. They were just beginning to unravel the mysteries of the universe, echoes of a story that had only begun. Part 2, The Unseen Hand. The Nereid sailed through the dark sea of space, its crew striving to comprehend the ramifications of their latest adventure. Leora knew that the galaxy was now a more dangerous place. The Syndicate's hunger for power was only the tip of the iceberg, and she needed answers. The data crystal burned a metaphorical hole in her pocket. It was heavy with the secrets of the Singularity engine, a relic of cosmic power that could tip the scales of the universe itself. In the ship's lab, Leora gathered her crew to ponder their next step. "What exactly are we dealing with, Captain?" Tali asked, her fingers tapping nervously on the table. Leora inserted the crystal into the ship's mainframe. The holodisplay shimmered, filling the room with swirling galaxies, technical schematics, and alien symbols. Ilara said this contains everything about the Singularity engine. Our first step is to understand it. Carl frowned, studying the images. This tech isn't just old. It's fundamentally different. Something beyond even the most advanced civilizations we know. Jax nodded, his engineering mind already piecing together possibilities. If we can harness even a fraction of this power, it could revolutionize energy and propulsion. But it's risky. One mistake, and we might tear a hole in space-time. Leora rubbed her temples. Then we need expertise. Someone who understands the fabric of the universe better than us. But who? Tally pondered aloud. Most scientists won't touch forbidden tech with a 10-foot pole. Leora leaned forward, her eyes fixed on the holographic display. Not all of them. There are still outliers, mavericks who operate outside Axis oversight. Jax smirked. I know of one. Dr. Zahir Nabir, an ex-Axis physicist. Last I heard, he was working out of Elysium Station. Carl raised an eyebrow. Elysium? Isn't that a black market hub? Exactly, Jax replied. But if anyone can crack this, it's him. Decision made, the crew set course for Elysium Station, a floating metropolis known for its lawlessness and trade in rare technologies. It was a haven for those seeking anonymity, a place where deals were made in shadowed corners, and information flowed like currency. As the Nereid approached the station, its outline emerged against the backdrop of a red giant star. Elysium was a sprawling conglomerate of interconnected platforms, its architecture a chaotic blend of styles and eras. It thrummed with life, a testament to the resilience and adaptability of those who called it home. Docking procedures complete, Leora and her crew disembarked, quickly navigating Elysium's crowded corridors. The air was thick with scents of alien spices, and the noise of countless voices created a constant hum. It was a place where one could be anyone or everyone. They found Dr. Zahir Nabir in a small, cluttered lab, tucked away in the station's underbelly. He was a wiry man with wild hair and eyes that gleamed with the light of discovery. His reputation as a brilliant but eccentric scientist was well-earned. You've brought me quite the puzzle, Zahir said, examining the crystal's data. The Singularity Engine, I never thought I'd live to see its specs. We need to know what we're dealing with, Leora said, and how to keep it out of the wrong hands. Zahir tapped into the data, deciphering complex formulas and alien scripts with a speed that belied his years. This technology, he mused, is akin to finding the blueprints of a star. It manipulates fundamental forces, but there's a piece missing. What kind of piece? Carl asked. The core, Zahir replied. The engine needs a catalyst, a stabilizer. Without it, any attempt to activate the engine would be catastrophic. Leora exchanged a look with her crew. They were playing with cosmic fire, and without the missing piece, they were blind. Can you help us find it? Leora asked. Indeed, Zahir nodded. But we'll need allies. I suggest speaking with the Seraphis, a race said to have ancient knowledge. They've been guarding secrets since before the Axis rose to power. Jax chuckled. The Seraphis thought they vanished centuries ago. Not so, Zahir replied. They're reclusive, yes, but still around. Their home system is shrouded off most maps, but I know a trader who can guide us there. With Zahir's help, they secured passage through Elysium's myriad connections. Their path lay clear. Find the Seraphis, acquire the catalyst, and unlock the engine's potential. As they prepared to depart Elysium, a figure watched them from the shadows. Tall, wrapped in a dark cloak, their eyes glowed with a predatory gleam. Unbeknownst to the Nereid's crew, they were being followed. Someone else wanted the secrets they carried. The mystery deepened, and with it, the stakes rose higher. As the Nereid set course for the Seraphis system, Leora felt the weight of the universe on her shoulders. The echoes of the past were louder now, but so were the voices urging her forward. They were on the cusp of a discovery that could reshape the galaxy, a dance with danger that might lead to salvation or ruin. Part 3. The Dance of Shadows. The Nereid hurtled through the void, guided by star maps and whispered legends. The crew's destination lay in the heart of the Seraphis system, a place shrouded in mystery and myth. As the ship's sensors scanned the distant horizon, Tally adjusted their trajectory, eyes fixed on the endless abyss. Navigating the uncharted regions was a test of skill and nerve, and the crew felt the tension like a coiled spring, ready to snap. Elysium had been a bustling chaos of life and trade, but now they drifted through the quiet, where stars were few and far between. Zahir spent his time poring over the data crystal, his mutterings a constant background hum in the ship's lab. The Seraphis are said to be the keepers of lost knowledge. He mused one day over a cup of steaming tea. If they possess what we seek, it will be a marvel of the old universe. Leora studied the man's face, lines of age and intelligence etched deep. Do you think they'll help us? That depends on their mood and the tides of their council, Zahir replied with a wry smile. The Seraphis are not. The journey through uncharted space felt like traversing the pages of a forgotten tale. For days, the Nereid drifted through nebulae that shimmered like the auroras of distant worlds, and past ancient star systems that whispered stories of creation and cataclysm. The anticipation was palpable, a quiet urgency propelling them toward the unknown. One evening, as the ship sailed through the eerie twilight of a dying dwarf star's embrace, Zahir called the crew to the lab. The data crystal had revealed a new layer, one that seemed entwined with the very fabric of the universe. Leora, Tally, Carl, and Jax gathered around the holoprojector, watching as Zahir manipulated the codes and schematics. A new image emerged, a map, its lines woven like a web across the stars. At its center was a constellation unlike any known, a celestial puzzle awaiting their discovery. This, Zahir spoke, his voice a blend of awe and trepidation, is the pathway to the Seraphis homeworld. The stars themselves guide us, but we must tread carefully. The map shifts, a living thing, responding to currents of time and space. Tally leaned closer, tracing the patterns with a gloved finger. If these are coordinates, they seem to be anchored by gravitational anomalies. It's a navigational enigma. Carl let out a low whistle. A stellar maze. Get one calculation wrong, and we could end up light years off course. The Seraphis have always guarded their secrets well, Leora said, determination stealing her voice. We'll decipher this, together. As they set a new course, guided by the cryptic map, the Nereid danced among celestial bodies that tugged at reality's seams. It was a cosmic ballet, each movement precise, each decision critical. Days blended into nights, marked only by the ship's steady rhythm and the crew's quiet camaraderie. Amidst this intricate voyage, they encountered an enigmatic traveler. A sleek vessel appeared from the shadows of an asteroid cluster, its design unlike anything in the Axis records. The ship hailed them, its message coded in a language ancient yet familiar. Curiosity piqued, Leora accepted the communication. The view screen flickered to life, revealing a figure cloaked in shimmering robes, their face obscured by an iridescent mask. They introduced themselves as Kesh, an envoy of the Seraphis, their voice a melodic harmony that resonated in the air. You journey on the path of echoes, Kesh intoned, their presence commanding yet serene. The Seraphis have watched, waiting for those who seek, not to possess, but to understand. Leora felt the weight of their gaze, a sensation like standing before the universe's judge. We seek knowledge, to ensure the Singularity Engine's power is not misused. Will you aid us? Kesh inclined their head, a gesture that seemed to ripple through the fabric of space. You have been chosen to walk the path of stars. Follow, and you shall find the truth hidden in the heart of creation. With that, Kesh's vessel turned, leading them through the labyrinthine dance of gravitational tides. The journey seemed endless, a test of patience and trust. Yet as they followed Kesh, the map's lines began to resonate, aligning with the cosmic symphony around them. Finally, they emerged from the stellar haze, and there it was, the Seraphis homeworld. It hung in space like a gem bathed in the light of twin suns. Its surface shimmered with iridescent hues, landscapes shifting in dreamlike patterns that defied logic and expectation. As the Nereid descended, the planet's surface unfolded like a living tapestry. Towers of crystalline structures rose towards the sky, their angles defying gravitational norms, while rivers of luminescent liquid traced paths across verdant plains. They landed near a spiral edifice that seemed to pulse with the rhythm of a heartbeat. As they disembarked, Kesh awaited them, their presence a beacon amidst the surreal beauty. "Welcome," Kesh said, their voice now a gentle breeze. "To understand, you must first perceive this world not through the eyes of what is known, but through the lens of possibility." The crew marveled at their surroundings, the air resonating with a symphony of sounds and colors. It was a place where reality and imagination danced as one. Kesh led them through the crystal corridors, each step echoing with the stories of the universe. They arrived at a grand chamber, its walls adorned with intricate glyphs that shimmered with an inner light. Here, surrounded by the wisdom of ages, Kesh gestured to a central dais where a crystalline sphere hovered, its surface alive with shifting patterns. "This is the heart of the Singularity Engine's power," Kesh explained. "It is the catalyst you seek, a fragment of a star's soul." Leora approached, sensing the profound energy emanating from the sphere. "Can it stabilize the engine?" Leora asked. Kesh nodded. "In the right hands, it can transform chaos into harmony. But remember, the power of creation is also the power of destruction. The balance is tenuous." As Leora reached out, the sphere resonated with her touch, a harmony of light and sound. The understanding flowed through her, a revelation that transcended words. "Kesh, why are you helping us?" Tali asked, her voice a melody of curiosity and gratitude. Kesh's eyes, hidden behind their mask, seemed to smile. "Because the echoes of the past must not bind the future. We are all part of the same cosmic tapestry, each choice a thread intertwining with destiny." With the catalyst secured, the crew prepared to return to the Nereid, their minds ablaze with new understanding and purpose. As they departed the Seraphis world, Kesh's final words lingered in their thoughts, a reminder that they were not alone in their quest. Back aboard the ship, as the stars began to blur into motion once more, Leora felt a sense of peace. They had touched the very essence of the universe, glimpsed the dance of shadows that played across time and space. Yet the journey was far from over. The path ahead was uncertain, fraught with danger and discovery. But with the Seraphis' gift and Kesh's wisdom, they were prepared to confront whatever lay beyond the horizon. The stars beckoned, and the Nereid sailed onward, a beacon of hope in the vast expanse of the cosmos. The Nereid journeyed back into the interstellar vastness, a speck of life navigating the shimmering sea of stars. The crew, imbued with a newfound sense of purpose, set their sights on understanding and controlling the Singularity Engine with clarity and caution. Yet, the universe had more mysteries to reveal. As they charted a course towards a secure Axis research station to further study the catalyst, A curious, organic structure appeared on their sensors, stretching across the void like an ethereal lace of light and shadow. It was a nebula unlike any they had encountered, a living tapestry that pulsed with vibrant colors and hidden depths. Tally, intrigued, adjusted the ship's trajectory for a closer look. "It's like a cosmic jellyfish," she mused, her eyes wide with wonder as the ship sailed into the nebula's embrace. The nebula, the crew soon discovered, was home to the Auralians, an enigmatic species of interstellar travelers. The Auralians were a blend of light and matter, beings who existed between the corporeal and the ethereal, their forms shifting with the ebbs and flows of the nebula's energies. As the Nereid ventured deeper, they were greeted by a radiant Auralian named Luma, whose presence was a cascade of colors that danced in harmony with the cosmos. Luma spoke through waves of condensed light, their voice a symphony that resonated directly within the mind. "We welcome you, travelers of the linear path," Luma conveyed, their light flickering in time with their words. "You have ventured into the Vale of Echoes, where the past and present entwine." Leora, captivated by the sight, responded with a respectful nod. "We seek understanding and balance. Your realm is a marvel, a place where the stars themselves seem to dream." Luma pulsed with what could only be described as a smile. "The Vale is a sanctuary of time, a reflection of the universe's memory. Here, one can touch the echoes of possibilities yet to come." Curious and eager to learn, the crew accepted Luma's invitation to explore the nebula further. They embarked on a journey through the vibrant mists, each step unfolding a new wonder. They witnessed cosmic currents that carried fragments of ancient histories, and pools of luminous vapor where the past rippled like water, revealing visions of what had been and what might yet be. Jax, ever the engineer, marveled at the nebula's intricate machinations. "It's like walking through the mind of the universe," he remarked, his usual practicality giving way to awe. The crew marveled at the myriad visions, each a window into the tapestry of existence. They saw scenes of harmony and strife, creation and dissolution, all playing out in the great cosmic theater. It was a humbling experience, a reminder of the fleeting nature of their own lives within the grand scheme. As they traveled, Luma guided them to a site of particular resonance, where the nebula's energies coalesced into a radiant sphere of pure potentiality. "This is the nexus," Luma explained, their light merging with the sphere. "It is the heart of the veil, the source from which all possibilities spring. It offers wisdom to those who seek with open hearts." Leora approached, her hand reaching towards the nexus. As she touched its surface, a wave of insight washed over her. She glimpsed not just the paths before her, but the interconnectedness of all things. She understood that every choice, every action, was a thread in the vast tapestry of the cosmos. In that moment, Leora saw her crew, the Seraphis, the Syndicate, and even the Axis, all as parts of a greater whole. The Singularity Engine was not merely a tool of power, but a potential bridge to this interconnected future. The crew gathered around, each receiving their own insights and revelations. Carl saw histories that mirrored his own struggles and triumphs. Tally, visions of worlds yet to be explored. Jax, the intricate dance of technology and nature. As they prepared to leave the veil, Luma bestowed upon them a gift, a shard of the nexus, a fragment of the nebula's essence that mirrored the catalyst they carried. It was a token of hope and understanding, a reminder of the light within darkness. "Carry this truth with you," Luma said, their forms shimmering with finality. "Let it guide your journey. For the universe is a song, and you are its melody. With a grateful heart, Leora and her crew departed, the shards safely stored alongside the Seraphis catalyst. As the Nereids sailed out of the nebula's embrace, the stars seemed to shimmer with newfound clarity. Their paths intertwined with destinies unseen. The journey continued. The galaxy stretched out before them, a canvas of infinite possibilities, painted with the echoes of past and future. It was a universe at once familiar and strange, its mysteries enticing them onward. And so the Nereid danced among the stars, a vessel of exploration and hope, driven by the music of the cosmos and the whispers of those who dared to dream beyond the horizon. As the Nereid glided away from the veil of echoes, the crew found themselves in a reflective silence, each of them lost in the lingering afterglow of their encounter with the Aurelians. The journey through the nebula had left them with a deeper understanding of themselves and their place in the cosmos. Their next destination was the Axis Research Station, a solitary outpost orbiting a waning white dwarf star. The station was a nexus of knowledge, where scientists from diverse worlds gathered in pursuit of understanding the mysteries of the universe. It was here they hoped to unlock the secrets of the Singularity Engine further. As the Nereid approached the station, its gleaming spires and rotating modules came into view, a testament to the ingenuity and collaboration that defined the Axis at its best. The docking process was smooth, and the crew was welcomed by a delegation of researchers, their faces alight with the excitement of new ideas and discoveries. Among them was Dr. Lyra Tesser, a renowned physicist known for her groundbreaking work in quantum mechanics and interdimensional theory. Her presence was a stroke of luck. She was one of the few who might truly understand the complexities of the Singularity Engine. Captain Voss, Lyra greeted them with a warm smile, her eyes sharp and inquisitive behind sleek glasses. I've heard much about your journey. The Seraphis catalyst is of particular interest to us. Leora nodded, feeling the weight of the data crystal and the shard gifted by Luma. We're hoping you can help us harness its potential safely. Together, they moved to the station's central lab, a vast circular chamber where the hum of computers and the soft glow of holographic displays filled the air with a soothing symphony of technology and science. Here, ideas transformed into reality, and the boundaries of knowledge were pushed ever outward. Within the lab, Lyra and her team began analyzing the catalyst, their instruments delicately probing its structure, while quantum simulators mapped its potential interactions. The process was intricate, requiring patience and precision, but the crew could sense the excitement building. As the days passed in a blur of calculations and experiments, friendships began to form. The researchers, initially distant, warmed to the crew's presence, their shared passion for discovery bridging cultures and backgrounds. Jax found himself deep in conversation with a fellow engineer, a brilliant young woman from the aquatic world of Zalara, discussing the fusion of mechanics and biology. Carl immersed himself in the station's impressive archives, exchanging stories of past expeditions with historians and data analysts. Tally, with her innate sense of navigation, worked alongside astrogators, plotting courses through uncharted regions of space, her intuition guiding them as much as the stars did. Meanwhile, Leora and Lyra delved into the heart of the Singularity Engine. They explored its potential to create stable wormholes and generate energy fields capable of reshaping entire worlds. It was a staggering realization. a power that mirrored the very forces of creation. Yet there was caution in their approach. The engine's power was not without its dangers. As Luma had warned, the balance between creation and destruction was delicate, and the consequences of failure were unimaginable. One evening, as the station drifted in the luminescent glow of the white dwarf, Leora and Lyra found themselves on an observation deck, the universe sprawling before them in all its glory. This engine, Lyra mused, gazing at the stars. It could redefine our understanding of existence. But is humanity ready for such power? Leora considered the question, her thoughts drifting to Kesh and Luma, and the lessons they had imparted. I believe it's not just about being ready. It's about having the wisdom to use it responsibly. Lyra nodded, her expression thoughtful. Then let us be the ones to guide that wisdom. Together, we can ensure it benefits all life, not just those who seek to control it. As they stood there, a newfound resolve took root. The station was not just a vessel of technology and science. It was a beacon of hope, a reminder of what could be achieved when knowledge was shared freely, without fear or greed. Their collaboration bore fruit. The researchers, inspired by Leora's journey and the Seraphis catalyst, developed a stabilizer matrix, a key to unlocking the engine's potential safely. It was a marvel of interdisciplinary innovation, a testament to the power of unity and cooperation. With their mission at the station complete, the crew prepared to leave, carrying with them the fruits of their labor and the promise of a brighter future. As they departed, Lyra waved them off, her presence a reminder that they were never truly alone in their quest. The Nereid sailed once more into the starry expanse, its crew united by purpose and hope. They were guardians of a new dawn, a testament to the power of discovery and the enduring spirit of those who dared to reach for the stars. And so the journey continued, a thread woven into the fabric of the universe, a story that would echo across the ages, inspiring those who would follow in their wake. The stars awaited, their secrets yet to be unveiled, their wonders yet to be seen. The Nereid slipped gracefully from the Axis research station, its hull reflecting the distant glow of countless stars. Aboard, Leora and her crew carried not only technological advancements, but also the warmth of newfound alliances and the wisdom of shared dreams. With the stabilizer matrix now part of their arsenal, their mission was clearer, yet their path still held mystery. Uncharted territories beckoned, a tapestry of unknown worlds and untold stories, eager to be woven into the vast cosmic quilt. As they traversed the solitude of deep space, a signal pierced the silence, reaching across light years to touch their vessel. It was a call, ancient and melodic, resonating through the ship like the whisper of a long-lost friend. Tally traced the signal's origin to a sector shrouded in myth, a region known in old star maps as the Vale of Tempests. Legends spoke of it as a place where reality bent, and time danced out of rhythm, where ships were said to vanish only to reappear centuries later, their crew unchanged, their tales miraculous and strange. With intrigue guiding their course, the crew decided to investigate, hoping to uncover the truth behind the myths. As they approached, the veil unfolded before them, a swirling cascade of solar winds and ethereal gases that lit up the void with a kaleidoscope of colors. Navigating the tempestuous region was a delicate ballet, orchestrated by Tally's expert hand. The ship wove through eddies of cosmic energy, each one a brushstroke in the ever-changing masterpiece of the Veil. Amidst this cosmic symphony, they discovered a structure unlike any they had encountered, a vast, crystalline lattice suspended in the heart of the storm. It shimmered with an inner light, seemingly alive and pulsating in tune with the tempest around it. As they drew near, an energy field enveloped the Nereid, a gentle embrace rather than a barrier. The ship was drawn into a docking port, cradled within the lattice's embrace. The crew disembarked, stepping into a world that defied logic and expectation. Inside, the structure was a labyrinth of corridors and chambers, each one echoing with the music of the stars. The walls were alive with patterns of light, shifting and evolving as if in conversation with the universe itself. Guided by an unseen presence, they found themselves in a grand hall where a council of beings awaited them. These were the Celestials, an ancient race intertwined with the fabric of the veil. Their forms were luminous, ever shifting between solid and ethereal, their presence a cascade of colors and light. One step forward, their voice a melodic harmony that resonated within the soul. We are the Watchers of the Veil, guardians of the temporal weave. You have answered the call of the eternal echo. Leora, humbled by their radiance, nodded in acknowledgement. We seek understanding of the veil and its mysteries. Its pull is like a song drawing us closer. The Celestial regarded them with eyes like swirling galaxies. You stand at the crossroads of time, where past, present, and future converge. The veil is a sanctuary, a place of reflection for those who wander the stars. Ever Curious asked, "And what exists within the fabric of this place? What keeps it in balance?" "The veil is sustained by the heart of paradox," the Celestial explained. "A nexus of temporal energy, a beacon of possibilities. It is a place where the universe contemplates its own existence." Jax, fascinated, stepped closer. "And can it be harnessed? Or is it solely for observation?" "It is not a tool to wield, but a mirror to gaze upon," said the Celestial, their form shifting with the cadence of their words. "It reveals truths, illuminates paths untaken, yet demands respect and reverence." With that, the Celestials offered them the chance to witness their own paths within the veil. As each crew member gazed into the heart, they saw visions of their lives, a tapestry of choices and consequences, dreams and realities intertwined. Leora saw herself standing on the bridge of the Nereid, guiding it through countless adventures, her crew by her side, each journey a chapter in a larger story. She saw the echoes of future triumphs and challenges, understanding that their journey was not just about discovery, but about the bonds forged along the way. When the visions faded, the crew felt a deeper connection to the universe and each other, a shared understanding of their place within the cosmic dance. The Celestials, sensing this newfound harmony, bestowed upon them an astral shard, a fragment imbued with the veil's essence. "Carry this as a symbol of unity," the Celestial said, "a reminder that you are never alone, for the stars themselves watch over you." With gratitude, Leora and her crew bade farewell to the Celestials and returned to the Nereid, the astral shard safely secured alongside the Seraphis catalyst and the Aurelian gift. As their ship departed the veil, they carried with them not just the memories of what they had seen, but the understanding that their journey was just another thread in the infinite tapestry. The veil of tempests faded into the distance, yet its presence lingered in their hearts, a silent melody guiding their steps through the universe. And as the stars stretched out before them, the crew of the Nereid felt the call of new horizons, their story an echo across the ages, forever woven into the fabric of the cosmos. The Nereid glided onward, its course set by the whispers of the cosmos, each star a silent storyteller in the vast night. The crew, now bonded by the kaleidoscope of adventures, carried with them the gifts and lessons of the realms they had traversed. Each encounter had left its mark, a constellation of memories, lighting the path ahead. As they ventured deeper into the unknown, a faint transmission caught their attention. A series of rhythmic pulses, subtle yet persistent. The signal, encoded in an ancient dialect, was a pattern that resonated with something primal within the crew's consciousness. Guided by curiosity and a sense of duty, Leora altered their course toward the source of the signal. Their journey led them to the fringes of a forgotten galaxy, where time seemed to hold its breath and the silence was profound. There they discovered a massive structure orbiting a desolate planet, a relic from a bygone era, its design both elegant and archaic. The station, though dormant, radiated a sense of purpose as if waiting patiently to fulfill its role. As the Nereid docked, the crew prepared to explore, each member drawn by the echoes of history that lingered like a soft, unspoken promise. The air inside the station was still, and the corridor stretched out like a labyrinth woven by the hands of time. Their footsteps echoed softly as they moved through the structure, the walls adorned with glyphs and murals depicting the rise and fall of civilizations. They came across chambers filled with artifacts, tools and devices from cultures long past, each one a testament to the ingenuity of those who had once called this place home. In one of the larger halls, they found the source of the signal, a central hub aglow with pulsing lights that flickered in a rhythmic dance. The hub was an ancient quantum archive, a repository of knowledge from an age when the universe itself was young. Tally, whose affinity for navigation extended beyond the stars, deciphered the controls, and the archive responded, projecting celestial maps and streams of data into the air. The information was a trove of forgotten wisdom, detailing stellar phenomena and civilizations that had long since become part of the cosmic dust. Amidst the data, they discovered references to the Singularity Engine, its echoes reaching out across the eons. The archive revealed coordinates to a hidden world, a sanctuary where the engine's technology had been developed and safeguarded by its creators. Excitement mingled with reverence as Leora and her crew absorbed the implications. This world, if indeed it still existed, held the potential to unlock deeper truths about the engine and its place in the cosmic order. But the station held more than just information. In a secluded chamber, they encountered a hollow presence, a projection of the station's last custodian, an ethereal figure whose visage flickered with the essence of time itself. The custodian, an ageless guardian of knowledge, greeted them with a voice that seemed to stretch across the ages. "You have come to the cradle of memory," the custodian said, their tone both welcoming and wise. "Here, the echoes of our universe are preserved. You seek the truth of the engine, yet it is but one note in the grand symphony." Leora stepped forward, her resolve firm. "We wish to understand and protect its power, to ensure that it serves peace and harmony." The custodian's form shimmered, casting prisms of light across the chamber. "Then you must pass the trial of understanding. Only those who see beyond their own desires can truly grasp the weight of creation." With those words, the chamber transformed, enveloping the crew in a vision that transcended time and space. They witnessed the birth of stars and the rise of civilizations, each scene a brushstroke on the canvas of existence. They saw the Singularity Engine in its early days, a tool for exploration and enlightenment, a beacon that had bridged worlds and fostered unity among disparate peoples. Yet they also glimpsed the shadows of its misuse, the potential for devastation if wielded without wisdom. Emerging from the vision, the crew felt a renewed sense of purpose. The path ahead was not only one of discovery, but of guardianship, charged with preserving the balance between light and shadow. The custodian, sensing their resolve, gifted them with a key, a fragment of knowledge encoded within the archive, a guide to the sanctuary where their journey would continue. As they prepared to leave the cradle of memory, the custodian imparted a final blessing, their presence a lingering warmth in the stillness. Go forth with courage and humility. Remember that knowledge is a path, not a destination. With the ancient coordinates secured, the Nereid undocked from the station, setting a course for the hidden world. The stars welcomed them back, their light a gentle reminder of the wonders and challenges yet to come. In the cradle of the universe, where echoes of the past intertwined with the dreams of the future, the crew sailed on. Each beat of the engine, each twinkle of starlight, was a thread in the tapestry of their odyssey, a journey that would lead them to the heart of creation itself. The Nereid ventured into the starry unknown, the coordinates from the cradle of memory guiding them like a compass through the cosmic sea. The journey took them beyond the fringes of familiar space, where nebula bloomed like celestial gardens, and meteor showers painted trails of silver across the dark canvas. As the ship approached the coordinates, they emerged into a region of space that shimmered with an ethereal glow, a hidden enclave untouched by the passage of time. At its heart lay the sanctuary world, Alara's haven, a planet veiled in mystery and guarded by natural defenses unlike any they had encountered. The planet's surface was a kaleidoscope of interconnected biomes, each one a masterpiece of nature's artistry. Lush forests danced with the breeze of unseen winds, while crystalline oceans reflected the sky in opalescent hues. Mountains rose like silent sentinels, their peaks woven with threads of mist that glistened under twin suns. As the crew disembarked, they were greeted by an unexpected sight. Before them stood an assortment of botanical constructs, living sculptures crafted by a species known as the verdant, whose artistry in biomimicry was unmatched in the galaxy. These gentle beings were masters of cultivating harmony, blending the natural world with intricate design. One of the verdant, a tall figure with foliage-like tendrils, and eyes that sparkled with the wisdom of ages, approached. Their presence exuded a tranquility that matched the planet's serene landscape. "Welcome to Alara's haven," they intoned, their voice a symphony of rustling leaves. "I am Heron, caretaker of this sanctuary." Leora, deeply moved by the planet's beauty and its guardians, inclined her head in respect. "We come seeking understanding of the Singularity Engine. We believe this world holds the key to its wisdom." Heron nodded, gesturing for the crew to follow. "The engine's legacy is entwined with the essence of this world. Here, the boundaries of time and space harmonize, revealing truths that elude the grasp of logic alone." As they traversed the verdant paths, the crew marveled at the living art that surrounded them. Trees intertwined, like dancers frozen in a moment of perfect grace, and rivers sang as they wove through lush valleys. Heron led them to a clearing where the air thrummed with energy, a sacred grove where the planet's energies converged. In its center stood an ancient obelisk, its surface etched with symbols that seemed to shift and dance in the dappled sunlight. "This is the Pillar of Echoes," Heron explained. "It is a conduit of memory and possibility. To truly understand the engine, you must forge a connection with its essence." The crew gathered around the obelisk, each reaching out to touch its surface. As their fingers brushed the stone, a resonance flowed through them, a gentle hum that linked their minds with the planet's consciousness. Visions unfolded before their eyes, revealing the creation of the Singularity Engine by the universe's earliest architects. It was conceived not as a weapon, but as a vessel for unity, a means to bridge the vast distances between stars and bring disparate worlds together. They saw images of those who had come before, of scholars and explorers who had walked the paths of Alara's haven, each one seeking to understand the universe's undercurrents. In that moment of connection, Leora understood that the engine's power lay not in control, but in collaboration. The verdant's harmony with nature mirrored the engine's purpose, to weave the threads of existence into a tapestry of shared destiny. With a newfound clarity, the crew released their hold on the obelisk, their hearts and minds filled with the resonance of the planet's song. Heron watched, their expression one of serene satisfaction. "You have glimpsed the truth," they said. "Remember that the greatest strength lies in unity and respect for all life." As they departed the grove, each step felt lighter, as if the burden of their quest had dissolved into the planet's embrace. The lessons of Alera's haven were etched within them, a reminder of the balance between power and purpose. The Nereid departed the sanctuary, the crew carrying with them not just the knowledge of the engine, but the guidance of those who had walked this path before. As the ship soared into the cosmos, the stars welcomed them once more, their light a promise of adventures yet to come. In the silence of space, Leora reflected on the journey thus far, the encounters that had shaped them, the wisdom gathered from the watchful eyes of the universe. The journey continued, a testament to the enduring spirit of exploration and the quest for understanding in the vast tapestry of existence.